so we're going to do an update on all of my fry today. That's all the baby fish. I'll include some of the bigger ones if I can get some decent shots of them, those being like the electric blue car and the rainbow fish. But today we're going to focus on the small fish, and I'll sneak in some other stuff in there too. So anyway, stay tuned. Alright, so right here we have... Oh, it's going to run away. Oh wait, yeah, there's one right there still. Okay, so right here we have the Niger Delta Blue Galeras, and if I don't scare it away, right there. And yeah, growing out nicely. It's got a belly full of baby brine right now, that's why it's all swollen and pink. And I still don't know how many are in here. There's an adult brine shrimp accidentally got in here feeding this morning. At least 2, possibly more, hopefully more. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. But yeah, just like a quick update on them. And then over here, it's not really a fry anymore though, so I don't know if you count as a fry update. But here is the one male Niger Delta Blue Galeras that made it on its own in this tank. So yeah, we'll take a look at a few others now. Alright, now I found this out yesterday. We'll see if we can see any. Yep, we can. There's one right there. What that is a Betta Hendra. And there are quite a few fry in here. I'm not entirely sure how many. I counted 5 yesterday in this tank alone. And, oh, what's up, dude? Or that's actually the girl. I'm pretty sure it's a girl. But you can see this is a female Betta Hendra. And I know this because of her belly. She's colored up a little bit like a male. She will pick up some stripes on her. Either that could be my male. I did feed them a lot of brine shrimp, so maybe he is full of brine shrimp. But that is the male Betta Hendra, possibly the female. They change colors on me. I think that is my female right there, and then she's just got her bluer color to her right now. She will change that. She will get like some lateral and horizontal stripes along her body. And kind of go to a more brown, and you can kind of see in her face, that's what'll kind of happen to her body. But right now she's colored up a little bit different. But in here there's also fry, and you can actually see right there in the screen just above that. Oh, he's going back, hiding behind that the little ceramic tube there, but it's back there. There's also fry in here, so I moved the Betta Hendra, I don't know how long ago, a month or 2 ago, and placed them in these tanks. These are soft water tanks. The temperature ranges from around 78 to 82. Right now it's likely at 78 or 80. Yeah, I just split them basically. I had 2 males, 2 females. I split them, put them both in their own tanks. And a month later, we have a bunch of fry. So you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, and another 4th one back there. Now, I didn't really expect them to be breeding. I was looking for bubble nest, and I didn't really see a whole lot. It's like we've got another fry up there, and I just saw these yesterday, so. Oh shit, that's another one. Holy shit, there's 2. Awesome. So they were able to rear more. That's another one. Yeah, it's 1, 2. Wait, there's 3, 4. Is that other one over there still? Yeah, there's 4. Holy shit, there's a shit ton of them in here. I mean, I haven't even been feeding them specifically. I do feed this tank grindle worms and live brine shrimp on a daily basis. I skip days here and there. And there are seed shrimp and Daphne in here that I intentionally put into these tanks. Let's see, is that still my female? That's gotta be my female. She's so full of eggs. I gotta do something about that, because that's too many eggs in her belly. Maybe it's probably just a mix of eggs and food. So we'll watch her, because I don't like seeing my fish that big. That's a lot of food and eggs, hopefully. But yeah, they both ended up spawning around the same time, because the fry are about the same size. So these will be on the website fairly soon, once weather is permitting, to be able to send them out. But these will likely be an email only fish. Just because they need specific care. They will only eat live food. You might be able to get them to eat frozen, but not easily and not willingly. So it's an only live food fish, and they do need some soft water. You can't just throw them in hard city tap water. It is not gonna go over too well. And maybe it actually will. I haven't tried it, but definitely not a beginner fish by any means. So that's why we'll, have to communicate before I send any of these out to anyone. But yeah, they're definitely doing well. It just kind of goes to show you what having, a lot of leaf litter and plants can do in a well-established tank. Because I didn't have any food for them when they were fry. And we're talking, day-old fry. They likely just grazed on microbacteria on the leaves, and were able to scavenge whatever food they could, like detritus worms and other sorts of small micro-invertebrates. But yeah, anyways, we'll take a look at some other fry. All right, now these are about to not be able to be called fry by me anymore due to their size, but these are the purple spotted gudgeon. They're growing out nicely. Starting to feed them more live food because they're getting big enough to handle grindle worms and live adult brine shrimp. Been a bit lazy, haven't been hatching my live baby brine shrimp, which I am starting to do again because I've got a little bit more fry than I previously had, but they're doing good. There's a lot of them in there. There's probably close to 100 or so, and you can just kind of see they're basically everywhere. So yeah, there's a lot in there. There's definitely gonna be enough to go around. But I'll show you what I'm talking about for my live food real quick. This is my live food setup. We have baby brine shrimp hatching out here. This will be ready tomorrow. This will be ready this evening. Microworms here, and these are on the website. I have a little bit of red wrigglers in there, and I also have a large container out back. Over here, yep, there's a fry right there. So let's see if we can't zoom in. So middle of the screen, that is another killifish. That is the Chestedi low. Well, actually, I'll show you the adult because some of you might not really be aware. That's the male, and you're looking through a bunch of algae. Come on up here, bud. Come on up here. Come on. But they get a little bit bigger than the Niger Delta, and they basically stay all red and blue, but they still get a very nice finnage. Of course, not as nice as the Niger Delta, but it's just a different Chestedi, Fundulopantex Chestedi. There's kind of the side view. But yeah. So I got a spawn off of them, and I've only been able to see like one or two. There's one right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see 4. I don't know if you guys can see them all, but yeah, there's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I see 4 in there. And they're just getting fed a mix of microworms, vinegar eels, and I started feeding a little bit of baby brine today as well. So, and this is just their little, soft water station, a little bit of a sponge filter, a catappa leaf, and some plants. They'll be going up to like a 5-gallon here pretty soon, once I can manage to pick them up. But anyways, back to the food. Here are the grindle worm cultures that I do. You can see there's quite a few in there right now. So that's one of them, and this is the new one that's getting started. There's really none in there. And then these are the live baby brine, or excuse me, live adult brine shrimp that you see me feed in a lot of my videos, like in the intros and outros. And basically that is just water filled with salt, Epsom salts, and a little bit of baking soda. And then I feed them daily with some powdered spirulina, aeration, and 24/7 light. And yeah, they just slowly grow and develop, and I think they may have even been breeding in here successfully, because occasionally I go through really big booms of them where I get a lot of young and adults right now. So there's a lot in there, and I have not added any extra eggs. I just don't know the life cycle and how they actually reproduce. I do get lots of extra floating eggs from time to time, so I think they may be reproducing successfully in there. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's kind of like the food culture area. Of course, we've got some vinegar eels going as well. And yeah, we'll take a look at something else. Alright, if we sit here long enough, we might see fry. I'm not sure. But since this is like a fry update, yeah, there's one little fry back there. There's quite a few. But you'll always, you're always going to have fry if you have like a good healthy colony of multis going. So again, these are Neolamprologus multifasciatus, the dwarf Tanganyikan shell dweller, and a lot of them in here, a lot of juveniles, really good sellable size, about 1.5 inches long to 1 inch long, and fry back there. So they're doing good. They're happy, they're healthy. There's a cherry shrimp. That is a nice looking male too. And that was a coal. I coaled that guy because I thought he wouldn't be dark enough, and he ended up darkening. So yeah. And then for the final fry tank, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Northern purple spotted gudgeon adults. Sorry for the shaky camera. My gimbal died on me because I haven't charged it in a month. That's a female right there. Oh, and the male just ran for it. But yeah, I really enjoy these guys still. And in here, let's see if we can even see anybody. Yeah, we can. There's a okay, it's quite a few of them in there. These are just some grow outs for the Florida flagfish. There's a couple in there, so and this is just how I grow them out. A little bit of duckweed, some limnophilia, heterophilia, and then a bunch of Java moss and snails. But yeah. Alright, anyways, that's it. It's just going to be like a quick update. Hopefully it was a quick update, under 20 minutes long. Where I just went over a few of the fry tanks that I have, and mainly the Betta Hendra, because I wanted to share those. Because yeah, they just happened, didn't even try. That's like a lot of my fish these days. I don't even try, they just happen. So maybe there's something to keeping lots of plants that keep your water really clean. Lots and lots of mulm and decaying plant matter. Leaves. I put leaves in every single one of my tanks. And there is some science to that. But yeah, anyways, hopefully it was enjoyable, and I will see you guys on the next one.